Vintage Ninja Turtle.
Yeah, in the package.
Yeah. What are your... Can we start asking her, or do you want us to wait for you?
Wait just a second.
Are you filming?
Yeah.
Okay. So let me know.
So the online students have the information?
Like, what are your goals for
You want to branch out?
Okay, hold on just a second. Let's have her just answer once.
Okay.
Is everybody just driving here?
Yeah, nobody showed up in class, so.
I did.
How many people are in the class?
9 in the face-to-face and 20 in the online.
I hate online classes.
They're popular. Okay. Go for it.
Oh. Alright. And so you say your company goes to branch out to different cities. What other goals?
Or to just sell off and start another business.
Okay, let's back up for a second. Please introduce yourself and then your business and tell us a little bit about your business and you.
Okay, my name's Tina Davis. Graduated from CSI Business Management Entrepreneurship in May of 2013. I opened This That Wow Consignments May of 2014. And we are a consignment store. We sell other people's things. Once the item sells, it's a 50-50 split. And we sell a little bit of everything, not a whole lot of one thing. And my goals are to either expand or start a new business.
And only 3 students showed up. Okay.
And if you had to start a new business, what business would that be? I'm just curious.
I'm not sure. I have a lot of ideas I'm working on.
Okay.
Trying to rein her in on an idea is always a challenge.
Okay. And what do you say? Your mission. I think I kind of know your mission statement. We was kind of like looking at your profile.
Do you have a mission statement?
My mission statement changes every couple weeks. So right now, I want people to be able to come in and remember something that they had forgotten. Spark a memory. Find a little bit of happiness in something.
Okay, somebody else ask a question?
I don't have a tagline yet, but I'm almost done with my logo. Okay. It's very different from what I first wanted.
Okay.
So,
Are you wanting to focus on a certain thing?
Like a certain type of object for your logo. That's what you're trying to.
Or, yeah, or logo, but I mean, and for your store, you want to sell a certain thing.
Remember, this is a specific marketing plan. So, do you want to market your business as a brand name and get people to know who you are, or do you want to market a segment within your business?
more about who I am.
Okay.
And yeah, I don't want to focus on one specific item, but it
Just want to sell everything in the store.
kind of goes back to one of the other answers I gave you. I just
Okay. And your product and slash service, main service of focus is like vintage items.
not vintage, not always vintage,
not
but
always
hard to find.
Vintage slash hard to find.
Yeah, wanted items, not a whole bunch of the same thing.
So a lot of hard to find items plus diversity, diverse hard to find items like that.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah. I've been doing buying and reselling and eBaying and all kinds of selling for over 10 years. So it used to be kind of like a hobby, and then it kind of became, when I was a student, it became a way to pay the bills and still be a full-time parent with my kids as a single divorced mom. And when my original business plan that I went to school for didn't work out, I took my hobby and turned it into a business.
Which
so
is very
that I
common.
can,
Yeah.
You still plan on like doing the internet thing a lot? Selling?
yeah, I'm trying to get set up. I went on vacation and came back to a lot more work than I was used to. So,
So I'm kind of seeing two focuses. You say that you have like hard to find items, vintage items, American made items. Also, would you like to focus also as on your consignment aspect of it? Because I remember Robin was telling us that what you do is, let's say if I had an item, I would give it to you, and then you would sell it, and I'll give you a certain percentage or something like that. Would you also want to focus on? Because I think that's a good thing that no one else around here is. I haven't really seen it done like
Yeah,
that wide
yeah.
scale, but.
where I come from,
Mhm.
this is how I did it. I took my stuff to somebody else. It was like a savings account,
Right.
and then moved here, and there's like nobody doing it except with furniture. So
You probably don't know that though. I think a lot of people. I didn't know that you could do that.
that's
honestly.
why you do a business plan before you
It is.
get into business. Yeah, you have to find out who you're competing with.
Right.
So you have to do your business plan. So that's how I know nobody else. I mean, there's 2 businesses in town, 3 businesses in town that will buy your stuff
Mhm.
for very little, but there's nobody other than furniture places that do consignments.
And since it's all directly through you, it's kind of a more like homey kind of feeling rather than because I know people don't really like deal with corporates and all that, and they feel like they're being gypped. So
Right,
it's
right.
just
I'm not a
physically-
franchise.
Right, right.
Yet.
More on a personal level.
Yeah. So I know all the consigners when they come in. Some of them have gotten an idea of what I like to have. There are some things in the store that I personally don't like. I think they're absolutely ugly, but those things actually sell. So it's not just what I like, it's what others. So we even have some granny items in here, and I had some women just yesterday who just thought that was neat. So, and yes, the stuff sells. So some people come in here and they're just like, and my friends roll their eyes, but those sell quicker than their items. So
Different tastes. When I was designing logos at the printing company, I would do 6 or 7 as part of, something for them to choose. Probably 50% of them would choose the one I hated most. So everybody likes different things, and you have to take that into consideration.
And I don't know if they asked, but what's the percentage that you get to keep off the
50%.
50%?
Yeah, it's just a 50-50
That's
split.
fair.
Not add
That's
anything
fair.
onto what they want, just.
So do
Well,
they?
when people come in, I set the price.
You set the price.
I set
yeah.
the price. They can negotiate. They can tell me how much they would like to get, and I can tell them if I think that's gonna happen. Because this is Twin Falls.
Yeah.
This isn't. Twin Falls is a very, very different market than
Yeah.
big cities.
Yeah.
So some things you might get what you want. Sometimes you might get better, but most of the time, you're not going to get eBay, Amazon prices.
Yeah.
So, but I'll tell them that, and so there's a couple people who do.
Sorry, it was just flying off. It was bothering me. I couldn't help it. I'm
It's
sorry.
okay. Okay. Yeah. There's a couple people here that do make more than the 50%, but that's more because it's like a specific brand that they brought in, and I found that it doesn't work. So those things will be going soon because they're just taking up space.
Is there
And
a
so,
certain amount of time you let people keep stuff on the floor?
just depends. Like the summer stuff is definitely being clearanced out now. Yeah, if nobody's looked at it, it's gonna go within 2 months, and probably soon because I'm starting to get a lot more stuff in that I don't have room for, and so I'm designing some more displays that I'm gonna have to do myself for price.
And you just
To be able to-
come back and get it, or?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, I just donate it. Just kidding. Yeah, I tell them. I just had somebody earlier who came and got stuff. But she's one of my first and best consigners. So
So is it just kind of the same people that actually come, like not donate, but sell stuff? So you say it's just like, or it's not just like random people coming up and be
no,
like,
I
hey,
have random people
but
stuff.
it's just like
No, I'm
set
still
amount of
looking.
people, like the same people that keep coming and
No,
doing
I'm
it?
still looking for new consigners. Every week we get more people coming in.
Mhm.
I have done some radio advertising.
How long you been in business for?
Was it
Um,
successful? Did you track success
I've been
rates?
tracking, and
Good.
they're not communicating very well. There's like it's like a from this person to this person, and our communication is almost to a stop. They're not doing what we agreed to. So I've tried twice to fix it. So no, I'm not happy with the radio.
Okay.
And how long have you been in business for?
We opened the middle of May, and I did all the remodeling myself.
Hello.
So
Nice of you to join us. How come you're just now getting here?
Because you said 1:30.
Stuff that you
I'm working on other stuff.
You said 1:30.
I'm working on other stuff. I'm not allowed to say.
Oh, okay.
What time is it?
1:30. Yeah, 1:31.
Okay. Close enough.
So, what are your, if you market this business well, what do you expect, and the marketing goes well, what do you expect from that good marketing?
What are your
Like
goals?
an
My
influx.
goals, I want to
Yeah.
hire somebody to be here.
Okay, so
I want to
employees.
hire employees, and I want to pay them well. And then I want to do something else. I want to go explore and find stuff to bring here.
Okay.
That's the
What
most.
is the
I
square
think-
footage you have here?
It's about 900
Okay.
total. Floor space, maybe 700.
Floor space 700. Okay.
Yeah, it's not much, but this was the best place to start as a
Mhm.
cost. And the city's working on revitalizing, and
There is
so
a meeting tonight that starts at 6 about that, and it is at.
no, there was September 3rd.
Pardon? There's one tonight.
Oh, you're right.
And it starts at 6, and it's at the Chamber building, or
Is that by the
Council,
police
City
station?
Council building.
Yeah,
Pardon?
Is that by the police station?
I think so.
it's across from it. Hmm.
And do you have a marketing budget?
Yes,
And how much is?
400 a month.
So since your plan will run 3 months, how much is your marketing budget?
1,200.
Mm-hmm.
So what kind of items have you seen that like sells a lot?
Like if you could put it in a category like clothes or accessories or like vintage items or
I wasn't ready for that one. Look in my book.
Now, as you come up with additional questions, and I say this nice and loud so the folks online understand as well, you can post those questions into the discussion board, and I'll go ahead and pass them on to Tina. What I don't want you guys doing is coming over here repeatedly and saying, do you like this, do you like this? I want you guys to use your own creativity. She just said she's almost finished with a new logo. But wouldn't it blow her away if in your design, when you create a logo, assuming that you do, remember it's not required, but those winning teams will probably have designed a logo. Maybe your design has her go, oh, well, I'm going to use this instead. So use your own creativity, use your own ideas. That's going to help her in the long run. The more brains she has helping her market, the better.
Okay, probably the vintage items.
So what do you classify as vintage? Because I saw that in your Facebook thing, and I couldn't figure out what you would.
My what?
Your Facebook.
Your Facebook.
Vintage?
Yeah.
Like
so what would-
pre-70s.
See,
True.
No, you said 70s. I was going to hurt you. You called 70s vintage. I was going to kick you very, very hard.
be like that teacher.
So technically, these aren't really vintage because they're from the 80s.
And I
80s,
consider
1980.
that
It's
vintage.
actually 79, 80.
Okay.
And so, but I have vintage
Retro,
Star
I guess
Wars
you could say.
cards and vintage G.I. Joe cards. And
Sorry, folks online. I did not mean to almost drop you.
So what would you say that your target customer
Like demographic.
30 plus with kids.
Male or female?
It was female, but I've noticed a lot of men coming in for the vintage,
Okay.
which it did surprise me.
Do they
but
live in Twin Falls?
They're the most fun to talk to. Not all of them.
What percentage would you say live within 30 minutes?
Oh, 95%.
You have a certain product that's really, every time it comes in, it goes fast.
No, I haven't been open long enough to have repeats coming in. So,
Did you ever think about like doing a sign outside?
Mhm.
It's kind of hard to find this place.
yeah, I have. I'm working on that. Like the first week I was open, somebody busted the window, so I'm trying to get that fixed first.
Yeah.
Because it's ugly. So, and I've thought about, making that into a sign somehow, but I just think it would look really tacky. So,
Well, they got banners and stuff. So it's
yeah, I used to have some and they were cut down by somebody. Just like,
Oh, there's like
yeah.
a big banner you can put on top of things. I don't know if there's one on top.
Yeah, I had things going from the trees, and yeah, we've had a lot of people who come through Radio Rendezvous. I didn't realize how active that place is. So,
Drunk people.
and a lot of concerts and things they have, there's nobody watching anybody, and a lot of the kids, they just like to tear things up. So anything outside is usually taken or destroyed. So my planners, yeah, we just pull them in on Fridays, but it doesn't matter what we put out there, it's taken.
That kind of ties into the whole employees thing too, because I'm pretty sure there are more people there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is improving. Like, there's a gymnastics business, and they're doing their practices Monday through Friday next door in the evenings, and so that's helping. And then they're putting in a new restaurant next to Poindexter's, a little Mexican restaurant. That will help. So, but some of these businesses over here have nothing going on. This Magic Valley Auto Parts, when I moved in, was a beauty salon. I had no idea, and it had been there since October.
I think it's.
And now I don't know what it is.
I think, ever since I moved here, I think the main problem with this whole, area is just poor marketing, and it's just stuff that people don't really want or don't really
If you
need.
cross over Gooding, this is Gooding right here. Over there, it's booming. It's,
Yeah.
They get a lot of business, but most of the businesses close early.
What is their store hours?
Right now, they're 10 to 5, and Saturday is 12 to 5. Soon we'll be staying open until 7 though.
It seems like a lot of businesses are open while people are working and then they close right when people get off work, so it's like.
Yeah.
What days are your busiest?
During the summer, I was open until 7, and then on Wednesdays I was open until 9. And so,
So I
when
guess-
school went back, I cut that back though.
So summer season would probably be like the most booming season for you because of all the events and attractions that bring people down here, and you can probably
No.
sell items or not.
No, a lot of people were traveling, and so
So what season would you probably say you may be like the most profitable?
I think winter,
Winter?
fall.
Now, the focus
Fall,
of
winter.
your plan will be January, February, and March. Okay.
I think that'll be bigger because more people will know.
Right. And
But
then
then
you
there's
opened
less
up last
people
year,
traveling.
it'll be the second year that you'll be in business, it'll be in 2015.
So are there any
May.
other questions on that sheet that you need to address? And let's have someone else talk.
I'm trying to get my points for participation.
I appreciate it. And you're asking good questions. That's why it's like, oh, I don't want him to stop, but I want other people to ask good
I was
questions.
actually everything, so I forgot my thing at home, so I was just, short writing.
When people hear you or when they talk about you, what do you want them to describe you as? Like unique or creative or innovative or?
I'm very creative, kind of sporadic. I don't conform well. I don't. Yeah, if people say I should do it, I probably don't. So, but I like to talk to people. I like to meet people. I don't like to get up in front of classes and talk.
Too bad.
Yeah. So this is fine though because this is like I'm
Not a
comfortable here.
classroom.
Yeah.
She has her safety space.
Yeah.
And then you're talking about stuff you know, it's so much easier.
Yeah. This is
So
like
what are 5 feeling words for your business?
feeling.
You had mentioned reminiscent
Yeah.
earlier. That's what
That's not really a feeling, though, is
That
it?
is, reminiscing is a feeling.
It's something to
Safe.
do. That's an action.
Close enough.
Feeling
How's that?
Happy.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'm sure you can do better than happy.
Excitement.
And that is exciting, and you find that thing that you've been looking
I
for.
know.
So that's good. Keep
When you
going.
get people who are my age, which I'm older than I look, they get excited when they see something. So, and that's what I like. So,
Do you have a certain thing you want to specialize in here, or?
At this point, yeah, specialize in pay the bills.
As far as clothing, plus size and men's, they don't have much here. I don't want to focus on the young, teeny tiny people that everybody else seems to.
There's a
So-
place next to the pet store that is
Runway Fashion Exchange.
yeah,
Yes.
consignment
Yes.
for teeny
It's not
boppers.
consignment.
Oh, it's not consignment.
They
Okay.
buy or they'll give store credit.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
And it's only for teeny boppers, so they don't carry my
small
stuff.
people. Yeah. Yep. Same as Ulala's. I love her store though. It's absolutely beautiful. She's got a lot of money in it, but she's been here like 4 years.
Okay. So I encourage you to
So-
check it out, see what it looks
She's
like.
very nice. She's sent people down here. She's been in here and met me.
Nice.
So,
Any other questions from the sheet? And then are there any other questions in general? Yes, you can talk.
But I literally have everything on you. I was just waiting for everybody. Just like, all right, are we good now?
Did you have a grand opening?
nope. I wanted to. I put all my money into radio advertising. Don't ever do that. So,
I think once you're up and running and you have it, like when you can finally look back at the store and be like, all right, this is the way I want it. I don't need to change it. I think that's when you should have like your grand
yeah.
opening.
I'm thinking I'll do something big for the 1 year because I think it's really going to take that whole year because I'm in a bad location. It's not that bad.
It's a challenging location. That's what
I
it is.
definitely have to market more and different for this location, but the rent
So
made up for
your
it. So
job is how is she going to do that marketing? And we'll be exploring a variety of different techniques. And I'm encouraging you to look outside of what we cover and see what you can bring in addition to the techniques that we're going to cover as far as creative ways to bring attention, positive attention to a business. Okay? Anything else, or shall I turn off the recording? Okay. Thank you very much. Those of you who are not able to attend, I appreciate your watching the video.